I got IFR traffic inbound on the ILS opposite direction, so it might be a few minutes. Boeing 692, thanks. Cherokee 63 Mike, northwestbound departure, approved traffic, opposite direction, 7 miles, Cirrus. Begin your turn to the northwest as soon as practical, runway 34 left at Alpha 4, clear for takeoff.
34 left at Alpha 4, clear for takeoff. We'll get out of the way as quick as possible, 63 Mike. Okay, how fast we get off the ground, we'll do a short field takeoff.
Cirrus 419er Whiskey Mike, Paine Tower, roger, required traffic call, opposite direction departure. We'll be heading northwest, the Cherokee, runway 16 right and clear for the option. And King Air 111, Tango Charlie, Paine Tower, standby, hold for IFR release. Be advised there's IFR traffic inbound opposite direction. It'll be a few minutes. So 60 Papa, thanks. Cut the ground 18.
Alright, so to your left is Whidbey, right here.
This is cool. This is amazing. Beats being at work.
Hell yeah, it does. Any day of the week.
Oh yeah. Hey, there's Ivers down there.
Yep.
Traffic, 2 o'clock, 2 miles, 100 feet above.
See, it shows that traffic coming in. That's that Cirrus that he's talking about, so you should see him coming in just about level to us, somewhere in here.
Oh, there's a little guy there.
That's him.
Okay.
See, it shows him.
It's got a little radar thing to point out traffic in the area.
Might get a little bumpy under this cloud, just so you're aware.
All good. How do you handle turbulence and stuff as it comes? Is there anything you can do? Or?
That's all. Yeah, you just stay clear of it.
Boeing 692, be advised I'm going to put the King Air IFR ahead of you just because they won't have to wake for wake turbulence.
What just happened there?
He's letting somebody else take off before the airliner, because when the airliner takes off, you know how boats are, right? They create a wake.
Yeah.
The bigger the boat, the more wake they create, right?
120.2 seconds.
Planes are the same. So when an airliner takes off, it creates air wake.
Oh,
so the little plane will have to wait for the big plane's wake to get out of there before he takes off.
Right down when departure
And then
runway
the little plane doesn't create as much wake, so it doesn't affect the jet. So he's letting the little plane take off first, so they don't have to wait for 3 minutes or 4 minutes for wake turbulence.
Cirrus 900 Mike, frequency change, correction, contact Seattle approach 128.5, safe flight. King Air 1 Tango Charlie, turn left heading 290, wind 300 at 3, runway 34 left, Alpha 4, clear for takeoff. King Air 1 Tango Charlie,
cool.
did you copy? Turn left heading 290 upon departure.
This is Whidbey Island?
Yep. Right up ahead is Langley.
King Air 1 Tango Charlie, thanks.
My God.
Boeing 692, runway 34 left, line up and wait.
Oh, it only takes you about 5 hours just to get up here, and that's it? Sweet.
We're at 1,500 feet right now.
Cherokee 6-3 Mike, zoom on navigation if you haven't already.
Roger, thank you, 6-3 Mike.
8 o'clock, 2 miles, 200 feet above.
6-3 Mike, we'll be monitoring you guys, but we'll be doing a little aerial tour over here and then headed over to the east.
Cherokee 6-3 Mike, roger. IFR traffic will be departing runway 34 left straight out.
Roger, we'll stay to the west for now.
Is that those guys on the left?
No, they're behind us. That plane just left the air park. This is Langley over here.
Okay. I think this is Camano Island right here.
It is.
Yeah. Camano Island.
You know what? There's a little airport up there. You want to go land there?
Sure.
Right.
She a badge, right?
What's that?
We can get a little badge there, a little stamp.
Yeah, that's right. 1,700 foot runway.
1 Tango Charlie, contact Seattle approach 128.5.
We're going to have to nail it.
Oh wow, it's low.
Boeing at 692, this traffic 7 miles north of the field, maneuvering eastbound, type unknown, altitude indicates 3,100, wind 320,
There's Langley for you.
34 left, clear for takeoff.
It's low tide right now, you can tell.
Just telling me this Class C is ahead. The MOA, the military operation area. Fine.
Oh, okay.
So it goes, pull your head out of your ass. Let's go. I don't know, what do you want to do? You want to just putt around?
Yeah, whatever you want, man.
Alright, we can get those airports next time. We'll be back up here, so.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. I'm enjoying the ride, man. This is...
Boeing
Get this
692,
view.
contact Seattle approach 128.5, safe flight. Have a good one.
We'll cut over here. Over there is Bush Point. Over here, we'll cut over there in a second.
Let me see here. If you head north on Whidbey, I could actually show you where Deception Pass. I think
I can't actually, that's a restricted area.
Oh, it's
so,
restricted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess that's Penn Cove. I think that's Penn Cove.
This is, excuse me, this is Bush Point in here.
Okay.
I don't know whether that's a pilot landmark or person landmark, but that's what it's called.
Plane Tower, assessment for holding short of 34 right at Golf 5, requesting departure westbound.
Says 24529er Paine Tower, just verify you're requesting westbound.
Yeah, westbound departure, Cessna.
Cessna 529er, roger. Westbound departure approved, caution wake turbulence, Boeing 737 departed, runway 34 left straight out. Runway 34 right.
You can go over to, you want to go over to Jefferson County?
4 right.
Yeah, sure. I'm down for wherever you want to go, man.
Westbound departure approved.
I'm just amused that I'm up here on a plane with you, honestly.
Mike, thank you.
We'll be over there. I don't know how long it would take you to drive over there. You probably have to take a ferry.
Yeah.
But it's going to take us 7 minutes.
Hard life.
Quebec, you still on frequency?
Zephyr 63, Mike.
Which city are we heading to?
Hold on one sec. Is that traffic for 63, Mike?
No transmissions made on Paine Tower frequency recently.
Thank you.
733 Yankee, clear of runway 9, Jefferson County.
There's 119er Bravo Kilo Paine.
Jefferson County International Airport. Automated weather observation 1735 Zulu. Wind 130 at 3 knots. Visibility more than 10. Sky condition overcast at 2,600. Temperature 18 Celsius. Dew point 14 Celsius. Altimeter 3003 inches of mercury.
All right. The airport's over there in that clearing. Do you see the white buildings there in the brown clearing? It's like green and then brown bare spot.
Yeah.
That's the airport.
Like right on this little island coming up?
Oh, not this island, not the next island, but the far island on the mainland.
Oh, okay.
See like a brown spot in the middle of all the green? That's where we're going.
Okay.
Look at all the radiation fog, or not radiation fog, it's a different type of fog on the water, but all the little these from the difference in temperature.
It's so low, the fog.
Traffic 4920 Foxtrot under Bennett River inbound for landing for Harvey.
Jefferson County traffic, Cherokee 63 Mike is 7 miles to the east, inbound for a full stop on 09 Jefferson County. See, I basically announce myself to them and go, hey, I'm coming in, and then anybody else in the area will also do the same.
Okay.
There's another, if you look right here, right ahead of us off the nose, there's a private little airstrip there, you see that?
Yeah, that I can. We're going beyond that though, right to the
Yeah, we're going to the big one over there. And this is the area where it's restricted for national security over here. See it? The red circles?
Yeah,
we're staying south of there, and then we'll come into the airport there. But up there in that harbor, who knows what they're doing up there, but it's... I'd rather not have us fly that low. Pattern altitude here is...
How fast are we going right now?
We're going about 130 miles per hour.
Oh, okay.
Out of here.
Clear traffic to top reading. 90 Fox, you're loud clear. The left downwind to 15.
What's going on?
The runway's over there, I'm just pointing that out to you.
Oh, okay. Do they have a control tower?
No, but just us self-announcing, and anybody else in the area lets us know. So we're looking right now to make...
Traffic 20 Foxtrot is turning left downwind for runway 133 right, Harvey.
There's multiple airports that share the frequency as well, so we always start with the airport and end with the airport. So like this, Jefferson County traffic, Cherokee 63 Mike, 4 miles to the east will be joining a right downwind for 09er Jefferson.
I see your point.
And so nobody else is responding, and I'm not seeing anybody else floating around the area. So we're at 1,900 feet right now, so we'll descend to 2,500 RPM, go down at 500 feet per minute to 1,000, which is our pattern altitude. We're basically going to come in this way, make a right turn and a right turn and land going that way.
Okay. Basically a 180.
Yeah. This is called a downwind departure because upwind is blowing. We want to land into the wind. The wind is blowing this way. We're landing into it. So this is called our downwind leg. When we make a right, it's our base leg. And when we come in, we're on final. When we take off and we make a right, we're on crosswind. That's how everybody knows what part of the pattern you're in.
Okay. Traffic to 0 Foxtrot downwind to base 33 right targeting.
And when we're just about to the end of the opposite end of the runway, we should be at 1,000 feet. When we're at 1,000 feet, we pull the throttle back to 1,500 RPM, and then we pull the first notch of flaps in, and we make our right turn, and we pull the second notch, then on final we pull the third notch of flaps. Jefferson County traffic, Cherokee 63 Mike, right downwind 09er Jefferson County. All right.
Traffic 4 Lima.
If you look just like I planned it, see we're coming up on 1,000 feet here.
Foxtrot, base to final 33 right.
At the end of the numbers. Call that the numbers on the end of the runway. Beam the numbers. All right, so we're right about there. So we'll bring this down to 1,500 RPM. And we have to be below 101 knots for flaps. So we're 1, 2, 1. There we go. 1 notch. And then we turn on our fuel pump. Mixture is full rich. Landing lights on. Seats are up. Seat belts are secure. Propeller is fixed. And the landing gear is hopefully still attached to the plane and down. And over Jefferson County traffic, Cherokee 63 Mike, right base 09er, Jefferson County.
Harvey traffic, Sirius 4 Tango Whiskey 5 to the northwest, head for the 45 for 33 Harvey.
To turn final, 1 more notch of flaps. Jefferson County traffic, Cherokee 63 Mike, final 09er, Jefferson County. See the white and the red light there? Yeah. That's our guide to come in. We're red now because we're about to land, but white over red means you're perfect. Red over red means you're dead, you're too low. White over white, you're too high, but that tells us our approach path. In here, center line. Oh, don't land. It hopefully gracefully touches down. Like so. We can taxi down to the end, and then we'll repeat. We'll go back for takeoff.
Good. Did you get a stamp from here yet?
I got a stamp from here, but I didn't check it on my phone, so we're going to get on the phone. So I get a digital stamp. Pull over here, or actually we'll do it at the other run-up, because we have to do a run-up down. Remind me, don't let me take off without doing that. Jefferson County traffic, Cherokee 63 Mike is taxiing back to the departure end of 9 Jefferson County.
Are you taking off the same way we landed?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Because the wind right now is favoring that way. See the windsock is blowing in there?
Oh, yeah.
We want to take off into the wind, whichever way the windsock is pointing. We want to take off into the point, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You also have a, if you're over here, We're there where all the planes are parked, past that yellow one. Yep. That's the Spruce Goose Cafe. Very good. Little diner.
What city are we in right now?
We're in Port Townsend.
Port Townsend, okay. There's a lot of older people that generally come to Port Townsend, Port Ludlow. And
yeah, I can see that by the clientele at the cafe there.
It's a very peaceful area. There's much. There's no major cities or anything. It's just little towns.
That seems like it.
Beautiful area. There's hospitals in case some of these old guys get sick.
Yeah, there has to be. This is our run up, kind of the same thing as we did before. Around like this. I'll get that check in real quick. And check in.
That's cool.
And we'll do our run up. Charging with green, green, green. Alright, so now we're going to head back to Paine. So what I'll do is get their frequencies up again. So if you look right here, Paine Field is 120.2 is the control tower, so I've already got that up as my next frequency. We've got Paine ground, and now we need Paine weather, which is 128.65. That's how we get the current information before we go back. So I'll set that up right there. And can't get it on the ground over here, but so that will be that. We'll check that weather frequency 28.65. Yeah, that's the same. Okay. Now our radios are set up, so when we go back over there, I just monitor the second frequency. It's going to monitor that. As soon as I'm done with there, I switch to ground, and that way once I land, I already have the ground frequency up. Kind of streamlines everything. All right, cool. We ready?
Let's do it.
Jefferson County traffic, Cherokee 2863 Mike, departing 09er, right crosswind departure in Jefferson County. Check our final, near final, far final, make sure there's nobody else in the pattern, which is out that way. Looks clear to me. Turn our fuel pump on, mixture is full rich, landing lights on, seatbelts are secure, seats are up. Ready for takeoff. Trim is for takeoff.
2,900.
Airspeed is alive for right about now, and it wants to fly. then we can click on Paine. Direct to, and that gives us our line there. We're already right over there.
Nice. Can they recognize you by that, so the 2863?
Yeah, that's my tail number. So yeah, that's our call sign for everything.
Do they recognize your call sign like on a radar thing? Is that how they
yeah,
you?
so yeah, it shows up as like kind of like you can see everybody else out there. It will show up like that.
Do you have to throw in the numbers too, or the letters, or do you just go with the numbers?
Yeah, your first one is always a full call sign, so you go November 2863 Mike, and then after that, after they shorten it for you, I'll say 63 Mike. When they shorten it, you can shorten it. For example, you're kind of like shaking hands. Like when I first meet you, I'm going to say, "Hey, Scott," or "Mr. Partington." And you're like, hey, you know, you can call me Scotty, you know, then
right.
Now we're homies and you can use a nickname, kind of the same thing. Oh, and the other thing is if they have a plane on the frequency that has a similar tail number, they're going to want to use, they'll say, use caution. Here, I forgot to turn on your noise canceling. I'll make it a little quieter for you. They'll say, you know, caution plane with similar tail number on frequency. And they'll use your full tail number so that nobody gets confused.
There's no such thing as a 2863F. You really have the only one.
Say Mike, and that way they're for sure, because M and N sound similar over the radio.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Can you call them whatever you want for M, or do you just kind of...
By what?
Can you say like Nancy 2863 Mike?
It's November 2863 Mike. No, there's certain letters. I'm sorry, I didn't know what you were asking.
Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, no, there's an alphabet's actually right down there.
Oh, no way, okay.
I mostly have that for the Morse code because I don't know Morse code, so. Well, if you're tuning, if you're tuning into a navigational aid, you want to make sure that it will give you a Morse code beacon on the nav aid, and you want to make sure that you're tuned into the right one and listening to the right one, so you make sure the Morse code identifier matches whatever it's supposed to.
That makes sense. I was like, are you just pulling these out of your ass or something?
Oh, no, there's a defined alphabet. And for me, it's even more fun because the military alphabet, or the flying one, is very similar to the, it's different rather than the police one. I have to remember two alphabets, and I have to remember what I'm doing and which alphabet I'm using, and sometimes I mess up letters, and it's humorous for all involved.
For you or for the others?
All. Now you'll be able to get a gauge for how fast we're going because we're doing a straight shot back to Paine. So that's Port Townsend, Paine. You'll see how quick we get there. We have about 9 minutes.
One leaving limit clear in the area to the southwest.
I knew Puget Sound was beautiful, man, but look, wow.
I'm telling you, man, it's nothing like it.
It's a whole new perspective from up here.
Wind 340 at 3, visibility 10, 2000 scattered, temperature 19er, dew point 13, altimeter 3004. RNAV approaching use, arriving and departing, runway 34 left, 34 right. Notice Airman Paine DME out of service. Unable ILS approach unless aircraft is GPS equipped. Taxiway Charlie between the central ramp and taxiway Julia closed. Hazardous weather information for Western Washington available on high WAS and flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
I have Mike.
I can see why you'd want to do this as a part-time gig, or maybe not even more.
Does it get better?
You know, it's more get paid a shitload of money.
You fly. I'll have my hands on the control, but you're in charge. So make a little turn to the left, and as we turn to the left, we have to give a little bit of back pressure to make sure that we don't sink, and then we'll turn like that. You know what I mean? Because if you just rock it over and keep it there, it's going to keep turning.
Okay.
We give it a little bit of back pressure to hold the turn. There we go.
So let's try right to straighten her up.
Go ahead.
Right. Straighten her up.
And a little bit of back pressure too. So because when you're turning, you're actually turning horizontally. You know, you're climbing horizontally basically, right? It's a horizontal component of lift.
The back pressure, you pull back on this thing.
Yeah, so watch back. We're going to go up.
Oh, okay.
Forward, we're going to go down.
Oh.
Left, right. And to turn, we turn right. and then we also pull back just a hair, and that's going to actually pull us into the turn. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, try it. Left. Not too much. Everything's nice and gentle. There you go. And it helps if, honestly, if you keep this hand on your knee and you just use your right hand, that way you're not over controlling. You're flying, I'm talking on the radio, okay?
Okay, I'm going to go to the right and...
Cessna 35121, Paine Tower, right in. Cessna 121, I show you north.
I feel like a lady driver.
What?
I feel like a lady driver now. Can't drive straight.
Right, hold on, I have to talk on the radio, okay?
Okay, you got it.
You can still fly.
Okay.
They're right about there.
Go in, it goes down.
Yeah, but we're going to try to keep it level right here because we're already kind of low.
Oh, okay.
And aim right over that way.
Okay.
Or those, kind of basically where those shiny buildings are. I think that's Boeing.
Those big white buildings in the back there?
Yeah. Turn up to 1,500 feet.
It's going to zigzag us a little bit.
Paine Tower, Cherokee 2863, Mike, 10 miles to the west-northwest with Mike.
And Boeing 239 Heavy, Roger, you said there was a hat on the runway, it appeared?
Do you even have to like keep your hand on this thing?
Heavy, Roger, thanks for the report. Turn left Alpha 7 or Alpha 8, contact ground point 8. Cherokee 2863, Mike, Paine Tower, stay position again.
9.2 miles to the west-northwest, kind of over the bottom of Whidbey, and we're inbound for a full stop.
Cherokee 2863, Mike, Roger, cross midfield at or above 2,100, join a right downwind runway 34 right.
Midfield at or above 2,100 and right downwind for 32 right, or 34 right.
Cessna 121, I need you to cross midfield over the tower and join a right downwind for runway 34 right.
They have that hat on the runway, so we're going to come into this small runway.
Flipping out over a hat?
Yeah, well, they don't want it to get caught in a motor or something, top or anything.
Cessna 121, when able, change to my frequency 120.2.
121, wait.
We're going to have to come under these clouds.
121, thanks. Still looking for touch and goes on the right side. I can't have anybody depart on the left for a few minutes.
Yes, affirmative. Touch and goes. Thank you.
Cessna 121, Roger, cross midfield and enter right downwind, runway 34 right, runway 34 right, clear touch and go, make right traffic.
The reason they have
enter,
people do
clear touch and goes.
2,100 is because in order for them to let instrument departures go, there has to be 2,000 feet clearance between other traffic.
Okay.
But once we get under this cloud, we'll be able to climb a little bit to make them happy.
Cherokee 63, Mike, verify 1,700 and climbing.
Yeah, from there's a cloud above us, so as soon as we're clear of that, we're going to climb.
Cherokee 63, Mike, Roger, no worries.
This is where you pull back on it a little bit?
Yeah, we'll up as soon as we're clear of this. We have to maintain a 500-foot clearance through the cloud. Oh, we're right at, well, maybe even a little bit less, but we're close enough. All right, so yeah, now we'll do a little throttle, and we're going to cross over midfield, kind of by the tower. You see that big tall tower there? This is going to be kind of a cool photo op for you if you want, because we're going to get to fly directly over the middle of the airport. So you'll probably get to see all those Boeings lined up down the runway there.
All right, is that all the Maxes
Yeah, exactly.
Maxed out.
And then,
Correct, plot 643 Papa Charlie.
yeah, factory is that big building there, so you can take a picture of that too if you want. And that will be off to our left. We're going to cross basically parallel to the factory to the left and then make a big loop to the right.
It's interesting taking pictures because you can the camera like picks up the propellers.
Yeah, oh, and it helps to turn off your live photo too.
Oh.
If you go to your camera and then turn that off, that's going to help you a little bit with pictures from the air. That's what I found.
It's just so trippy. Like it's like moving in slow-mo here. It's like super wicked fast.
Was that airport 224 or airport 221? Airport 221 and airport 224 proceed on runway 34 left at Alpha 3. The hat was reported near the distance remaining side on the west side.
That's our
Airport 221 and 224. Without delay, I got a Pilatus on a 5 mile.
Tower's right there.
Oh, that little stick sticking up. Got it.
Looks different from up here, doesn't it?
Pilatus 3 Papa Charlie, can you reduce speed?
See, that's all the Maxes lined up down there.
Yep.
And then the factory here.
Pilatus 3 Papa Charlie, thank you. System 165 Charlie, Paine Tower, stand by, remain outside of Class Delta, I'll get right back to you.
Hiding in this thing, I never want to ride in a car again.
I know, it sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah. Teens the magical age to drive. Then when you get in a plane like this, it can go anywhere much faster.
Oh yeah.
What is a car at this point?
Stupid.
So yeah, 121, extend up when I'll call you right crosswind turn.
Sending up wind 121.
Nice picture of Boeing.
Cherokee 63 Mike, join the right downwind, runway 34 right, runway 34 right, clear to land.
34 right, clear to land, 63 Mike. We're going to land on where it says 34R there. We're going to loop.
Pilatus 3 Papa Charlie, I'll have your clearance on 1 mile final. So 72901 Mike, Paine Tower, standby, it's going to be a minute, remain outside of Class Delta airspace. Standby. Airport 221 or Airport 224, whoever that is, observed you clear. Airport 221, thanks. Pilatus 3 Papa Charlie, runway 34, left, clear to land, wind 280 at 8. So it's the 121, right crosswind turn approved.
Right crosswind 121.
And Cessna 72901, Cessna 165A Charlie, Paine Tower, Cessna 165A Charlie, Paine Tower, say again. This is 5A Charlie, 1,600, just northeast of the field. This is 5A Charlie, enter right downwind, runway 34 right, change to my frequency 120.2.
Or beam the numbers, we'll go down to 15 RPM, 1 notch of.
Cessna 121, follow Cherokee south end of the downwind, runway 34 right, clear touch and go. Cessna 121, did you copy? Follow Cherokee south end of the downwind, runway 34 right, clear touch and go, number 2.
We're looking for the Cherokee. Clear touch and go. 34 right. 121.
Cessna 72901, Mike, Paine Tower, say again.
Mike is landing with.
Cessna 901, Mike, say your position and altitude and verify you have November.
Do have the. We're
Cessna 901, Mike, Roger, make straight in, runway 34 right.
This is correct.
Straight will take you right into Seattle.
Pick 3 o'clock, 2 miles.
121 at the Cherokee turning time.
Cessna 121, cancel your traffic to follow, extend downwind, you're going to be following a Cessna inbound from the south, altitude indicates 2,400.
Sending downwind 121.
Cessna 901, Mike, begin a slight turn to the west to intercept final runway 34 right, clear to land number 2.
Turn to the west, Mike. Number 2, land, 3 for right.
So it's the 121. Traffic to follow is 12 o'clock, 3 miles. They're going to start tracking slightly to the west, and you'll follow them in.
Roger that. We're looking for the traffic. Actually, I have the traffic side, 121.
So it's the 121. Roger. Maneuver to follow. Runway 34 right. Clear touch and go. Number 3.
Maneuver to follow, and we lost that traffic. Clear touch and go. 34 right. 121.
This is the 121. That traffic's ahead and to your right, 2 miles. They're flying slightly west to intercept final.
We got them now. 121.
Golf 2.
So it's 5-8 Charlie. Up on 120.2?
Yes, sir. 5-8 Charlie.
So it's 5-8 Charlie. Thanks. Continue.
Will do. 5-8 Charlie.
Rising Air 2675 Paine Tower. Runway 34 left. Clear to land. So that's the 121. That traffic to follow, if you have them in sight, is ahead and to your right about a half mile.
We have that traffic side, 121.
That's 121. Thanks. Cherokee 63 Mike. Contact ground point 8.
Ground point 863, Mike.
Paine Field, airport information, November.
Paine ground, Cherokee 63 Mike. Golf 2 at Golf. Request Castle and Cook.
Cherokee 63 Mike, Paine ground. Are you familiar with the field in Central Ramp?
Not really.
63 Mike, Roger. Taxi to Castle and Cook, left turn there on Golf, and then right on Lima, right on Delta, and I'll get you further from there.
All right, left on Golf, right on Lima, right on Delta, and we'll wait for further. 63 Mike. Left on Golf.
And the ground, Cub 90 Papa Charlie Alpha 4, we'd like to taxi back to corporate.
And calling it Alpha 4, Paine ground, taxi back to North Corporate via Alpha Bravo.
Ground to Cub 90 Papa Charlie, we'd like to taxi back to North Corporate.
Right on Lima, right on Delta.
Number 9 Papa Charlie, Paine ground, taxi North Corporate via Alpha Bravo.
Bravo North Corporate, 90 Papa Charlie. Paine ground, Cub 19 X-ray Charlie, we'd like to follow that yellow Cub back to the corporate parking.
Cub 19 X-ray Charlie, Paine ground, taxi Alpha Bravo.
Taxi Alpha Bravo 19 X-ray Charlie.
We're on Lima and Delta that way. This is Delta, there's no Delta sign. Delta 3, Delta. Looks like Delta to me. 63 Mike is on Delta.
63 Mike, Roger. Continue straight ahead on Delta, and then I'll give you further. You'll take the full length of Delta, and then you'll do a slight side step at the fork of Juliet and Charlie. So slight right, actually a whole short of Juliet. Continue on Delta, whole short of Juliet.
We'll continue on Delta, holding short of Juliet, 63 Mike. This is a mess landing over here.
Horizon 2675, clear at Alpha 3.
Make sure to land on the main runway so you don't have to go through all this mess.
Continue park via Alpha Charlie, Charlie 1.
Alpha Charlie, Charlie 1, Horizon 2675.
And somebody got stepped on, say again.
This is all the 737s. Access.
1791 Mike Paine ground, taxi to Crown via Foxtrot. Sierra 542 Mike Paine clearance.
Okay, so here's Juliet. So.
Let me say Mike Roger. What's the destination on that flight plan? Number 2 Mike Roger. You're clear to the Mike 94 airport via the Paine 6 departure. Radar vectors Seattle, Victor 2.
He's giving an instrument flight plan clearance to somebody, so that will take a second. Then the other guy has to repeat it.
Departure frequency 128.5, squawk 4753.
Are you in touch with ground or tower?
On the ground frequency now. As we're on the ground, ground takes over. as soon as we're clear of the runway. So you notice I cleared the runway and I stopped and waited, and he said contact ground on 0.8. All the ground frequencies are generally 121 point something.
They might read back rectified ground answer on this contact
0.8, 0.9, whatever. So he goes contact ground 0.8. And so we talk to them, and then they give us a clearance up to here. And he told us to hold short of Juliet. I know that guy isn't coming this way because it's fit.
And number 2, Mike, I just took the position. You're already down at the run-up area. Is that correct? And you have November? Number 6-3, Mike, continue taxi. It'll be a slight right on a Charlie there, and then a right on Alpha, then a right on Bravo, and that'll take you to Castle and Cook.
Slight right on Charlie to Alpha to Bravo to Castle and Cook, 6-3, Mike.
Oh, okay.
Charlie Alpha Bravo.
Charlie Alpha.
See, this is Charlie, and it says Alpha's that way. So
you're going to end up right here at Castle.
Yeah, exactly.
5428, Mike. I'm at the 34 right.
Your left, clear right.
Ready for IFR departure and sequence.
And Alpha.
Okay, Mike, Roger. Contact tower 120.2.
Mike.
The next right on Bravo. Right here's where we took off from. To the left.
Why do they keep all the
All the what?
Why do they keep all the Maxes up?
That's just where they have the room to store them. Because they ran out of room out their area.
Are they just grounded because they need to fix stuff, or?
Yeah, they need to go through whatever that thing is, the problem is with them.
Military planes, badass.
Yep.
Ground, this is Cap 3 at Bravo requesting central ramp via Bravo, Alpha, Juliet, Delta.
Cap 3, Paine ground, proceed as requested.
Being as requested, Cap 3, thank you.
It's a Falcon, the one with the 3 motors there, with the black, white, and red. Dassault.
Pretty badass.
And jets. Now we pick up the guy with his arm up in the air. He's going to guide us in.
Paine ground, Meridian 464 Romeo 10.